The Education Management Information System, commonly known as EMIS, was introduced by the Ministry of Education and Sport in 2019 to modernize the collection, management and use of education data across the country. Over the years, however, the system has faced challenges including falsified records, inaccurate learner information, age manipulation and inconsistencies in school data submissions. These challenges have affected government planning, resource allocation, policy formulation and the effective delivery of education services.
The issues of effective is a question of our people. Our people are not very interested in regulation. But secondly, is the lack of guidance. Thirdly, is mistrust among the stakeholders. When you ask for information, they think you want it for bad motives.
To address these concerns, the ministry has unveiled new EMIS data integrity guidelines that establish clear standards for data collection, management and protection, sharing and utilization through the education sector. Officials say the guidelines are intended to improve the quality and credibility of information generated by schools and education institutions.
Conform to international standards, but also to improve our planning and decision making, because the information we get through EMIS is a tool for policy making, is a tool for planning. So to plan better, we need accurate information. And over time, we have not been complying, not been receiving accurate information, and we are now coming out to reach all the stakeholders to give us correct information so that we are able to process and get good information which we can use for decision making.
Provides data for the nation. The data has implications. It hinges on planning, budgeting, and the resources government is pushing to schools. So it's not a simple thing as some people take it.
The new framework also introduces stricter measures to safeguard data integrity and privacy. Practices such as falsification of records, manipulation of information and failure to submit mandatory data have been prohibited under the new guidelines. Authorities believe these measures will strengthen transparency and create a more reliable database for decision making.
It is outlined within our guidelines and we made it very clear. We are having very soon a data protection officer specifically handling issues of data privacy. But also within the guidelines, the data we are disseminating, for example, to researchers, to the public, policymakers.
Representing the Permanent Secretary, Commissioner for Education Planning, Michael Alio, emphasized the importance of accurate data in shaping the future of Uganda's education system. He noted that quality data is essential for effective planning, equitable distribution of resources, monitoring performance and improving learning outcomes.
The guidelines establish a clear governance structure to ensure effective coordination, oversight and accountability in the management of the system. The successful implementation will therefore require active participation and ownership from all stakeholders. Ladies and gentlemen, accurate, timely, reliable education statistics are essential for effective planning, budgeting, resource allocation, and all those other good things we have already said.
Stakeholders welcomed the reforms, but also raised concern regarding some registration requirements and implementation procedures contained in the new guidelines.
Doing decisive give us the ideas, like for example now, already budgets are done, but S5 and S6 and S1 have not yet been picked. So please try to explain to those committee the processes so that when we go there,
I would wish that possibly if you make ones here and then you have mirror in those two seats, such that all those issues are raised with the same parties who are part of our learning system.
In response, ministry officials assured stakeholders that their concerns and recommendations will be considered during the nationwide rollout of the framework. They emphasized that strengthening EMIS is not only about improving statistics, but also about ensuring every learner is accurately captured and supported through informed policy decisions. Officials say the new guidelines mark an important step towards building a more transparent, accountable and data-driven education sector for Uganda.